let's make it far easier and talk about Donald Trump and the mess of garbage that's being sent his way at the moment. The latest that we can pin down is that he would like to meet the whistleblower, aka member of the deep state who hates the Donald.
Adam Schiff, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, telling NBC's Meet the Press a tentative agreement has been reached for the whistleblower to testify before Congress.
All that needs to be done at this point is to make sure that the attorneys that represent the whistleblower get the clearances that they need to be able to accompany the whistleblower to testimony.
President Trump maintains he's done nothing wrong, but with possible testimony looming, some Republicans are dismissing the whistleblower's complaint. Senator Lindsey Graham questioning the basis of the inquiry on CBS's Face the Nation.
I think this whole thing is a sham. I can't believe we're talking about impeaching the president based on an accusation based on hearsay. Who is this whistleblower?
The president's surrogates also rallying in his defense. Speaking to Fox News' Chris Wallace, White House aide Stephen Miller doubling down on Trump's talking points.
The behavior of this individual is close to a spy.
Some Democrats also want to hear from Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. His name appears multiple times in the whistleblower's complaint. Giuliani told Face the Nation that he'd testify if Trump asks him to, though he argues the investigation is tainted by political motives.
I wouldn't cooperate with Adam Schiff. I think Adam Schiff should be removed.
But some of the president's supporters say Giuliani's actions and possible testimony won't shift public opinion.
If Democrats want to impeach because Rudy Giuliani talked to a couple of Ukrainians, good luck with that. I don't think the American people think that's the appropriate course of action.
Now, to push all through this, and I'm going to keep telling you this because not a lot of people will tell you this, which is that the basic maths don't work for removing him from office, right? Now, the House will do what it does, but even then, 36 members of the Democrats actually are in districts that Donald Trump won in 2016. So whether they are going to join in on this, who knows? Barely any Republicans will join downstairs, but upstairs, 20 different Republicans need to join the Democrats to be able to boot him out of office. So that ain't going to happen, especially when, of the 50 that are there, 23 are up for re-election in 2020 when they will be running under the banner of Donald Trump being re-elected. So the impeachment chat is as much about, well, trying to blacken his eye all the way through to 2020. But here's what Donald Trump has tweeted in the past little while. Like every American, I deserve to meet my accuser, especially when the accuser, the so-called whistleblower, represented a perfect conversation with a foreign leader in a totally inaccurate and fraudulent way. Then Schiff made up what I said by lying to Congress. That's that politician who, as we showed you last week, he just, made up what was happening on the call rather than actually reading from the transcript. Richo, how much should Aussies care about with all of this?
Oh, not much. I think there's not much to do happening anyway. I think in a month's time he'll still be the president. In 2 months' time he'll still be the president, and I think we should all lie back and enjoy it.
I more than gladly will, and then I'll wake up with you the next day. What do you think, Corey?
Nothing. There's nothing in this because it's going to come to the logical conclusion. But one thing that arose today, which I found extraordinary, was Joe Biden's staffers wrote to national news outlets saying they shouldn't have Rudy Giuliani on their current affairs shows. Now, talk about political interference in the media. I reckon the politician most damaged in the end is Biden, and that's also Elizabeth Warren can come up through the middle and end up there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great loss. Look, I do find it funny, Lindsey Graham talking about we can't have third-hand evidence there when he was running around when Linda Tripp had third-hand evidence about Monica Lewinsky. Impeachment is to rattle the president. God forbid he occasionally gets rattled, and I think this is all just political strategy, but the numbers aren't there, and I think it's sad. When you say, why should we care?
I know we do care. I'm just saying there's a lot of TV talk about this.
I'm saying we should, because the damage that was done, Richard Nixon wasn't even impeached, but the damage done to the presidency after that, the grubby old groper Clinton, he got his numbers went up. But I mean, this
By the way,
is
he
not
wasn't
good.
Impeached.
No, nobody ever is. But I'm just saying, this is not good for the country.
No, they love gropers.
I hate
There's
it.
no doubt about that.
The Brits, grubby old gropers, we're all right.
By the way, when you talk about Watergate, in Washington, there's this thing called the Newseum.
Yes.
Which have you been?
Yes.
Yeah. It's this thing where, you know, obviously celebration of the news business. They have this crazy artefact that is the door that they broke into the Watergate weird. The actual door with all the fingerprints, and then underneath it is the front page that says Nixon resigns, straight underneath it. But just a weird artefact to end up in a museum. And of course, I took lots of photos of it. Will I show my kids? No.